How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with The Movie Castle, and today we're going to be talking about Heavy Metal issue number 40. This is from July 1980 and is also volume 4, issue 4. And I really do love this cover. We get some cool alien hands, and then he's looking down at this ball. So I'm not sure if he's looking through this ball at someone else or if that's what his face looks like. And if so, is that literally what his face looks like, or is that what he sees his face as? So really cool alien hands holding the ball with the tail coming up and wrapping around, and actually goes behind the V and the Y there. On the back we do get another image. I really do love these back covers presenting unaltered artwork, and you know, no letters or barcodes or anything, and you get the sky ripping open and all these moons are falling out and the children just love it. So that's a fun back cover. I really do love the trippy surreal art. Flipping it open, and I'm gonna keep it off screen while I'm changing pages because I don't want to accidentally show you something that makes YouTube mad. Anyway, there's the table of contents page with this fun picture of a lizard woman all dressed up, and if you want to, right there you can quickly see the contents for this issue there and all the different stuff in it. And you know, old Heavy Metal, they put a lot in each of these issues. Flipping past, oh well, you can see this picture in the mail page. Someone sent in their Heavy Metal van there, so that is pretty nice. Gotta love the Heavy Metal van. I kind of want one of those, a van with a big painted side, you know. Personally, I know this is pre the movie, but I would have put the movie's poster with Tarna on her little pterodactyl there. Quick interview with Bilal, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, one of their comic artists there. So cool to get to know more about their artist. And flipping past that, we actually open up with a pretty interesting story. Some land developers, and they're talking about what they're going to do with this local coastal town to turn it into a new big place. And after that, we get to see the group of rich businessmen who are talking about this, and their boat eventually crashes in with a local boat who has to then return to shore, and you get a scene in a bar where the locals complain about the new people who are buying up their town, and I believe it ends on a to be continued, so we get to see more about this, but kind of a low-key story for Heavy Metal, you know, a land development tale where the old people and the new people are clashing. Kind of weird to see Heavy Metal do a story like that. After that, you get a story called Romance, and this girl's lonely and depressed, and she thinks about killing herself, but she sees this ad where you can, you know, send in a fantasy character to come and comfort you, and the artwork goes from black and white to these cool and trippy colors there. So a really fun story, although it's only like 3 pages long, but a fun concept of renting a fantasy character when you're depressed. I really did like that. And moving to the next one, we get this weird 1-page story, Mysteries of Eroticism, where she's there talking to this little man who drinks a drink and then gets all David Cronenberg'd in there. Kind of a weird story. And moving along, we get another chapter 6 in the adventures of Professor Thintwhistle and his incredible Ether Flyer, which is one of the continued stories, and I'm gonna kind of gloss over it because, you know, it'd be kind of weird to talk about a story from the middle, but I do like these old-timey cartoon-looking characters, a cartoon old-timey adventure. So a fun Heavy Metal thing, and once I collect them all, I might do a you know, overview of the whole series. You get a reoccurring Heavy Metal comic, The Bus, where this time the bus is a monster that shapeshifts into a bus and eats this guy. The bus is really clever, and you'll see more of them as we talk about more heavy metal from this time. It's a guy waiting on the bus and different things happen to him. After that, A Message from the Shadows, where this robot talks about how Earth is extinct, and if you please listen to his tale, maybe you can avoid the same fate. And it's got these really nice red and orange colors with these deep blacks. Love the art on this. This is, again, I think it's only a 3-page story, but it has a pretty fun twist at the end. I really do like, this robot telling the story, and look at that design. He is really, really cool. Anyway, A Message from the Shadows. And moving along, we get this article with the little tinny comics on the side, a little space adventure type deal. But moving beyond that to the first of another reoccurring series, but since it's the first, we'll go ahead and talk about it. Shore Leave by Moebius. You get this guy, he's a soldier, P-11, and he is leaving his military barracks for a shore leave, and he's going to meet the locals, the aliens on this planet, who all kind of look like that there. But, it kind of is a commentary on, leaving what you know and going to see a strange new culture, And he uses his money, he buys like some special tea, and the owner of the tea place's kids are going nuts, and he's, trying to have a good time with his money. But very, very strange things happen, and I do love the very bright colors in the story. Really, really interesting, and I'd imagine, I haven't traveled too much, but if I had, just not understanding local customs is interesting. After that, Galactic Geographic. You get this nice picture. There's some people in a big altar and these giant blimp animal alien things. And it talks about how this picture was mysteriously found. They don't know where it is. And if you know, tell us, because sacrificial altars, we don't allow that in the current space government, So kind of funny there. The Alchemist Supreme Part 3, again, kind of one of those things, because we're in the middle, we're going to gloss over it. But some cool wolf people and some spaceships and stuff, and a guy sneaking out. And, yeah, fun continuing story. And flipping on to the next one, a little bit of the reoccurring comic rock opera, where you get this character here with the black and blue and red face, and in this issue he goes to an opera, or a play, and the play is about a world where dancing is illegal, and it's about a group of, I think, ballet students that want to keep dancing anyway. Rock opera is kind of a weird comic. Then Changes by Matt Holworth. And this is, Heavy Metal has several of these weird and kind of hard to follow comics. This guy walking home on, the moon, and then, every page or two is, a different situation, and I have no idea how they tie together or really what's going on in this comic. You get random scenes like this, this man who's buying a weapon there, and then you get more random scenes later on, like these two guys that are asking advice from this powerful space deity there. So I didn't really understand this one. It was interesting enough, but kind of just goes all over the place, and I'm not really sure what was happening there. Maybe I missed something. Maybe it's just me. Moving right along, where towards the end of this issue is and they get 3 of these comics where they're supposed to be funny, and it always begins with a cute little baby plays happily, and then just random terrible things happen. Not the biggest fan of this, but those are in there. And then after that, we get this comic called Carda, and you get really nice painterly artwork. This man on his horse, and he has a hawk that he is trained to attack for him, and he eventually meets a woman that tries to get him to put the hawk down, but can he, and what are the consequences to that? You know, he uses it for hunting there, so kind of a metaphor for violence, but not acting like there's a simple answer. Really detailed artwork there. Lots of effort went into that. And then I think after this is the last story here. Yeah, 2005 by Matina, and you get this girl clearly supposed to look like Alice in Wonderland dragging around this bear who it hints might be Winnie the Pooh. Obviously you can't legally say that it is, but in the context of the story, probably supposed to be, which, considering a few weird things that happen here, kind of a weird Winnie the Pooh story. But she's going through this big, I don't know, looks like an airport type place, and she's approached by runner number 2, who's in a race, but they've lost their way and can't find runner number 1, and they eventually meet an antagonist character who has, she's looking for her pet rabbit there, and there's other crazy things that happen, and a few of them that I definitely can't show, or YouTube will get mad at me, but 2005, I think, is supposed to be a modern take on Alice in Wonderland and the world of non-logic there, and kind of funny because 2005 back in the 80s was a non-too-distant future, but now it's 15 years ago. But Alice in Wonderland, Winnie the Pooh going on a weird futuristic Alice in Wonderland adventure with an ending that kind of comes out of nowhere, and YouTube won't like it. It's weird and crazy, but really does fit that Alice in Wonderland feel there. Anyway, so that's the last story in this issue. Overall, a pretty fun issue with some crazy stuff and some pretty memorable stories. And hey, I personally think worth buying for the cover alone. I got this cover, well, I got the book for I think $6 at my local used comic shop. And hey, this is one of the heavy metal covers. Like, a lot of the heavy metal covers are really good. This is definitely one that I could go for framing. I kind of want to frame some of them and put them up on the walls, and I like this one a lot. So anyway, that was Heavy Metal, July 1980. To everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You're really helping the channel out. I'll put a relevant playlist on the bottom. If you want to see more, you can click there to see more. Should be my heavy metal playlist. I've reviewed quite a bit of the newer ones, but I want to review more of the older ones as well, and I actually do have a pretty big collection, so I'll try to get on that. So if you want more heavy metal stuff, that's in the playlist there. Anyway, have a good day. I hope I'll see you guys again very, very soon. So have a good day. See you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.